Hey, Jono here, thank you for joining me for Rise of the Tomb Raider. So, if you watched last episode, you'd see it here, 100% complete, main campaign done. Do need to go back in there to do some combat related stuff, I'd forgotten about that trophy. Like just encountering 15 groups of enemies and killing them. It's a bit of a pain because I've done everything else in there. If I'd left all the collectibles till now, then it would have been more, natural. But we're going to start with Croft Manor. Usually I'll do DLC in its release order. They all seem to be very combat based and related. This one sounds a little more story driven, but I'm not too sure. So let's get into it. Yeah, Blood Ties.
Final notice to Lara Croft, a current tenant of premises. This is to serve as your final notice for the purposes of terminating your ownership of Croft Manor. You are required to immediately vacate and surrender possession of said manor to Atlas de Mornay, executor of estates.
Lara, it is unfortunate that you have forced my hand in this matter, but so be it. As you know, your parents appointed me executor of the estate in the event of their absence. Since your mother disappeared, her death was never technically declared. And given the circumstances surrounding your father's death, it's no surprise that he never drafted a formal last will and testament to account for this circumstance. Unfortunately, you have no legal claims to the estate. I'm willing to negotiate a modest monthly stipend from your trust, but only if you leave the manor by week's end. Don't fight me on this, Lara. Your mother wouldn't want that. Sincerely, Atlas.
There has to be a will or some kind of evidence of what happened to Mum in the manor somewhere. Dad's safe.
Well, that kind of sucks. It's a good thing that Lara was home when getting that leisure. He's away fucking dealing with Trinity and all this shit, and then it's like, comes home and is like, I can't get into my manor, and like, it's not actually yours anymore. Right. Okay, I forgot to actually look at the trophy list properly. Oh, that's one of the documents done. It's all basically just collect all the collectibles. I think we have to finish through the storyline and come back into the manor.
My birthday crown. I was so proud of that thing. That's my handwriting. My penmanship was pretty good.
Yeah, I think like you finish all the chest swivels. Whoa! And then it's like, there are more collectibles. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
This is a hell of a thing. I met someone tonight quite unexpectedly, but it shouldn't have been, it seems. I've been so buried in my work, so distracted by my latest revelations, I never bothered to notice my surroundings. But there she was, sitting at my table in the library. Her name is Amelia, and apparently she's been studying right next to me. Art history of all things. I shared some of my research against my better judgment, but I wanted to see how she would respond, and she did not disappoint. I felt as if I was suddenly engaged in a mental game of chess. Moving and counter-moving an argument. Okay, I know what he means. Just seemed weird. At one point, the poor old librarian had to shush us as if we were children. I feel so foolish for not having noticed her earlier. She's a brilliant woman who's challenged my ideas for the first time in memory. In truth, I don't know if she's feeling as exhilarated as I am right now, but I dare say our conversation was mutually stimulating. For the first time in a long time, I find myself thinking about something else besides my research. I hope she returns for another round tomorrow.
My parents made a good team, challenging each other from the start.
But they glow hard out and they're fucking everywhere.
Dad would have liked me to go to Oxford, but I insisted on UCL. Yep, looks real. Roth once offered to forge me a fake diploma to show Dad.
Yeah, everything glows, so, okay. Was there anything in there? Strange. Whoa! I also looked at footage of Constantine from last episode. I don't really miss anything, to be honest. Locked.
Needs a combination. It's got to be in Dad's papers somewhere. Maybe in the library.
Yeah, like, I think the most he sort of said after that, from what I could see, is him sort of saying how he pitied Lara's dad, but footage of other people playing, they kind of just do the same thing, just kill him. Not with a tin can,
Dad
though.
and Anna. Never liked wearing dresses, but the color was nice.
Got the, yeah.
This is probably my grandfather Benjamin.
He had no torso. Yeah, so... Alright.
One of Dad's Yoruba masks. A gift from a friend he met on an expedition in Nigeria.
Cool. Yeah, Jesus, this is just documents and shit galore. Oh my god. I finally introduced Richard to the family. It went precisely how I imagined. Icy but polite grace from mother, indifference and disinterest from father, and thinly veiled contempt from Atlas. Of course they don't approve. To them, Lord Croft is the man who took away their beloved daughter and ruined her long-standing engagement. I was never going to marry that repugnant Earl of Farringdon anyway. One might think they would be happy that I was being courted by a genuine lord of the realm. It just happens to be Richard Croft. In their eyes, the man who single-handedly ruined a once great family. But there's nothing to be done now. Watching how Richard dealt with their subtle insults and disrespect, such grace and calm. I know he did it for me. I think I'm falling in love with this man. It will break my mother's heart, but I cannot live the life she imagined for me. My time with Richard has only made this clearer.
It must have been hard for Mum to go against her family's wishes. I'm glad she did.
Suppose won't exist.
Dad's map of the forgotten cities of northern Syria.
Look at this side of it.
He was closer than he knew to finding the Prophet's tomb.
Aha.
Dad's book about immortality myths might be useful in my research.
No, it's like literally his book. I thought they meant more like a book he owned. Okay, wait, is something up? No. The other one doesn't open? Okay. Okay, so they don't mark the map when collected. Hopefully they're not terribly difficult to find, because well, I guess it would clutter the screen up, because honestly, how many are there? 96 in total. Pretty
The door to the library.
harsh. Oh shit!
Locked. There's got to be another way through. This is the map I made for my first expedition with Dad. It shows a path to the library through the servants' passages.
Neat. Find entrance service. Oh, okay, so she needed that.
I can get to the library through the old servants' corridor.
Through all the semen.
Dad's artifacts from the Nile Valley. I always loved looking at these. Dad became interested in immortality myths after his expeditions to Egypt.
I would like to go to Egypt one day. Boarded up fireplace.
Hi, Dad.
Hi Dad, I've been thinking about Mum lately. I wish I knew more about her. How did you meet? What was she like? Winston told me that she was a brilliant artist, and some of her paintings locked up in the Westfall wing. And I guess I just want to know, did she love me, Dad? Did she ever say that she did? Maybe I'm just being silly, but will you tell me more about her the next time I'm home from school? Well, if you'd gone into his office, you would have found out already. Up. Nothing. Okay. Do they count as things? I don't get why they open. Laptop. That's the laptop from the opening title. The night.
Well, hello there, Sir Lancelot. Don't worry, I won't be borrowing your sword this time.
What was that? Was that a reference to a past game?
Lara.
I've reviewed your report from your therapist. I have to say I was surprised to see a clean bill of health. I somehow doubt you have so easily abandoned your irrational claims. Indeed, where have you been the past few weeks? My secretary discovered that you booked a flight to Turkey on the 20th. You can't have been simply sightseeing, as your customs claims suggests. I know you're up to something, and I'll be damned if I let you use the Croft assets to indulge the same obsession that led to my sister's death. It's not too late to relinquish your claims on the manor voluntarily. If you refuse, I will find a way to cut you off. Sincerely, Atlas. So he's the uncle. Okay, I thought he was like the lawyer, you know, trust runner sort of thing. But yeah, Lancelot, there's things to do with him.
As a kid. This will be one of the first things to fix.
Maybe Tomb Raider Legend. So I wasn't sure if she's referring to that, which wouldn't entirely make sense outside of an Easter egg.
A phoenix figurine. I bet this appealed to Dad's idea of immortality, of rising from the ashes and being born anew.
No. Go. But it's an interesting idea, the manor being all like shit. Never really would have thought of that being what would
This
happen.
belongs to Anna. Most of her belongings are in the guest house. What was she doing in here? Someone has a sense of humor.
And is this set before the actual events? I guess so. Of the game. Okay, we need the master key. Let's stay on the map. Damn, that's a shame.
Lara, you know the West Wing is off limits.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to see...
We've been through this.
Was Mum's room in here?
Just stay out of there, darling.
Locked. Need a key to open this. Dad was always so protective of the West Wing.
Okay, wasn't really too sure when Lara's mum is meant to have died, but I'm guessing Lara was very young.
Not sure. I really need to brush up on my ancestors one of these days.
And it seems strange too, that like the uncle's like, oh, I will do what I can to cut you out of inheriting the manor which belonged to your father, which isn't our bloodline. Like,
What are you doing sitting there on the floor, Mistress Lara?
Lara's a direct
Looking
descendant.
at the compass,
She's a Croft.
thinking.
What about, if
By
I may
blood.
inquire?
Just thinking about discovering faraway places. About finding adventure.
I'm sure you will, my lady. You've the soul of an explorer. But don't grow up too fast.
Alright, what's this say? The offer came in the post last week, and I still haven't told Richard. He flew ahead to Tibet, where I will meet him shortly. I never told him I was submitting my work, never thought there was a chance of being accepted. But a gallery tour is not something I can pass up. The show will take me away from England for over a year. I'll begin in New York and travel across the United States. And God, I'm giddy even writing these words. When Richard and I were married, I was prepared to relegate my painting to a hobby, but it was Richard who objected. He gave me my atelier and studio. Without that support, I might still be painting boring landscapes. Now I can't shake the foolish sensation that leaving would be a betrayal. He will laugh at that and insist that I accept, even though I know it would break his heart to be apart. He never once asked me to sacrifice any part of my life for his. I have, of course, in 1,000 small ways over the years, but he would never ask. The discussion can wait, and I will join him in Tibet. I won't cast a shadow over his find. I will be by his side in his triumph, as I know he will stand by my side in time. Is this lamp a relic?
Got to remember to pack this for my next trip.
Flashlight, okay. I'm gonna say, what the hell is this? Or I could pack... Oh, it's actual gear. I could pack infinite glow
Should
sticks.
be able to explore the dark now.
Oh, okay, I didn't know we couldn't. Turn, Lara. Thank you. Hey Jonah, sorry for not getting back to you sooner. I've decided to do some research at the manor. A lot has happened and I need some time to think about what I want to do next. This old place is filled with memories and secrets. Uncle Atlas has tried to keep me out of here for so long, I don't even know if I want to keep it. But, after everything that's happened, maybe I can find out what it still means to me, if it's worth fighting him for. I'll let you know how things worked out when I'm back in London. Read it, Lara. What the fuck? I have to do a huge circle. Lara, since your return from your expedition to Yamatai, I've grown increasingly alarmed at your erratic behaviour. I can only assume you suffered some kind of psychological trauma and are only acting out as a call for help. I want you to know that I hear you loud and clear. Anna and I agree that it's time for you to be evaluated by a professional. I took the liberty of arranging an introduction to a highly qualified colleague of mine. You should be receiving the details in the post soon. I want to impress upon you the importance of this, Lara. As executor of the estates, it is my duty to see that it is left in capable hands. And if I may be blunt, you're acting like your father when he was at his worst. He nearly lost the manor himself in those days. I'd hate for you to repeat his mistakes. I encourage you to embrace the help I'm offering. Sincerely, your uncle. Awesome. This is an Ouroboros.
Another one of Dad's immortality artifacts.
Yeah.
I think Roth bought this for him from a trader in Greece.
Alright, so... don't know if there's any more... Oh, that's fine. Right. Yeah. A lot of collectibles. A little too collectible-y. I can't even run properly. Or I can, I'm just pressing the wrong button. Right, let's crawl around. Right, wasn't there another one? No. I mean, it's got like a lock on it there. Oh god, she's stuck walking. Amelia, the news has reached Mother. She knows that you broke off your engagement with the Earl of Farringdon. She's beside herself with worry, but for the moment she's controlling the narrative. As far as anyone knows, you're just having innocent second thoughts. At the moment your affair with Lord Croft goes public, it will be too late. Our name will be as ruined as this man you've chosen to bed. Don't you see that you're being selfish, Amelia? Please consider your family. You're a de Monray. Everything you do has a greater effect on us all. I'm coming down to London soon. Don't do anything rash until we have a chance to talk. I will marry whoever the hell I want. I will marry the stool. My stool! Okay, I wish Lara could fucking move.
Falling apart. Maybe I should just let my uncle have this place.
No, fucking... They say a good test of a relationship is how well you travel together. Well, I'd say Amelia and I have passed that test with flying colours. Indeed, these last few months in Egypt have been nothing short of extraordinary. She and Roth get on like old uni chums. In fact, the two have spent more than a few nights drinking and playing cards into the wee hours. Despite her decidedly proper upbringing, Amelia's taken to roughing it more than I ever have. She fits in and connects with the local populace with such amazing empathy. Because of her, I've had a bit of an unexpected breakthrough in my research. She's managed to convince an artifact dealer in Old Town to sell me a magnificent and quite unusual Tibetan scroll. From what I can tell, it seems to contain details surrounding an immortality ritual of some sort. I think it's time for me to take the next step with Amelia. In fact, I don't think I can wait any longer. I will ask for her hand tomorrow, in the bright Egyptian sun, amidst the dust and ruins. Don't know why you're dictating
he
it
asked
to
her to
yourself.
marry him as soon as he got the idea.
Note to self. Marry Amelia. I'd love it if we could run. I was complaining before about her jogging, and now it's even worse. The bottle fell over. Oh, okay. Now I can run. Amelia, I know we've had our differences in recent years. I've tried my best to keep an open mind about your relationship with Richard, but I just can't let you go on this ill-conceived expedition without saying my piece. When you say Richard's theories have merit, you say that he may have actually stumbled across some mythic unknown truth, but I have seen nothing to support such claims, and while your word may have been enough in times past, I cannot let you squander away what remains of your name and reputation, and that of our family, truth be told, on some damned foolish crusade. I intend to go to Richard's investors and let them know exactly how he's spending their money, but I wanted to give you a chance to put a stop to this yourself. Please, don't go to Tibet, not for me, at least for Lara. Yeah, the uncle sure does seem like an arsehole. Are there traps down here? I don't know why there would be.
Still just as creepy as I remember.
So we can move there, but first... More reading!
My lord.
Oh my god. I hope this missive finds you on a successful expedition and in good health. Before I bore you with estate affairs, I want to let you know that our little angel has been into some mischief. As always, I indulged her in our usual game of chess. Over the course of the game, she broached the subject of her mother. She's having trouble remembering her now and wanted to enter her ladyship's atelier, which you sealed off, to play on her mother's piano, and enraged her when she wasn't allowed to go in, of course. For someone so young, she has such strong emotions. Later in the day, she set a trap for me, in the walk-in freezer of all places. Before I knew what was happening, I found myself locked inside. Mrs. Sheffield discovered me an hour later, shivering and somewhat peeved. It took us an additional hour to find Lara on the grounds. I know all her hiding places, of course, but this time she really did not want to be found. Call it years of observation, but I can tell when she's out of sorts. My lord, if I may be so bold, she misses you fiercely. She is lonely for her father. Please consider a call as soon as you are able. That's a nice little reference. Who didn't lock Winston in the freezer in Tomb Raider 2?
He was always so patient with me.
So he wasn't there to help. When those men showed up at the mansion, Lara had to kill them all. Let go. Thank you. Another one here.
King to Queen 1. I'm going to win this time, Winston.
Clever girl. But you should know by now, winning isn't everything. Queen to King's Bishop 6. Check.
Easy for you to say. You always win. Knight takes queen.
What I mean to say is try to enjoy the journey, Lara. Don't rush to victory. Bishop to King 7.
I know, Winston. I just want... Oh no! I didn't even see that!
You should also know by now, I'm not to be trifled with on this board, young lady. Mate.
Oh, I am going to win. Someday.
I would play chess with our old butler Winston on this board. Never could beat him. I always chose white. Maybe if I let him go first once in a while, I might have won.
And this was Winston's bed. Ah, need a crowbar, okay. Nothing else on that table, not that it matters, because we've got to come back here.
I'm
at a crossroads now. Good lord, that's such a cliche, but there's truth in it. Two roads before me, both present joy and compromise. A life of riches, adventure, intellectual pursuit, perhaps a new family, but also a man obsessed with something I cannot understand. Or a life of obligation, upholding the De Mornay name, embracing our traditions, not losing the family that raised me. This really is a rubbish choice. I don't want to lose them, but I love the life I've started to build with Richard. He comes with his own difficulties, but I can accept them. Will it be enough? Yeah, they've really fleshed out appearance. Everything is almost ready for Mistress Lara's birthday expedition surprise. It's been a bit of an all-hands-on-deck effort organising the affair and keeping it secret. She's obsessed with Egypt, memorising hieroglyphs in ancient Egyptian districts, so she'll be delighted with what Lord Croft has come up with. It'll be good for her. She's been acting up of late, but I know she's just craving more of her father's attention. He's been so buried in his research. It will be a nice moment for the two of them to reconnect, and I do believe he needs it as much as she does. What? Oh. Oh god. Winston's wine. Alright, here we go. I've done something. Wait. They're not really open. The Croft family squandered their fortune on journals, Lily
Dad
lying around.
loved a good bottle of wine. I can still smell his favourite Bordeaux.
Just don't smell the Bordeaux.
Dad, this is it! The basement of despair!
Indeed, Lara. Muster your courage, for this is the only path to the Library of Infinite Knowledge.
Look there! See the string?
An ancient Egyptian tripwire. The Keepers of Knowledge want none to disturb their treasures. We must tread carefully.
Let me lead. I know how to spot all the traps.
I'm sure you do, my darling. Lead on.
And now we get to that, I guess. Some other way. If only I had my trusty ice axe. This can't be good for the place. All this water. Alright, hopefully this is not the way to go. Ah, an ancient wheelbarrow. Oops. Skipped to the snare.
One of the wire traps Winston made for my birthday expedition. Winston used my hair ribbons to make this. He and Dad put a lot of work into this birthday surprise. Water damage from the main hall above.
Alright, let's go back a bit. Maybe I can crawl through there. No.
My stuffed bear. I couldn't have a tomb without a mummy.
Wink. And this is where I came in, is it? I guess so, yeah. Wait. No, I went there, I mean... Okay, cool. Let's go this way again. I think Lara can move fast for most of it. Trap. Cut the rope. Alright, well, where the hell is the master key? For a crowbar. Both. Alright, is this where that bust was? So I could see through the fence? Yes. Yoink!
This bust of Anubis was from Dad's Egyptian collection. He must have put it down in the basement for our little expedition.
Okay. Need to crowbar. I'll try it anyway. Yeah. Lara, you should try turning the handle. Then
Plans for adding electricity to the manor. Dad used to say his granny hated all the bright lights. There's a missing page.
Right. Yoink. Amelia left tonight. She packed her suitcase and walked right out of here, and I didn't even notice. Like those days in the Oxford Library before we even met. I just had my nose in a book, lost in my own world. I am such a fool. I have let my obsession with this damned ritual of long life rule my better judgment for far too long, and it may already be too late. How could I not have seen this coming? I've made this mistake over and over, always putting my research before my personal life, but it's never hurt like this before. I simply cannot live without her. If I have to give up this accursed quest that has plagued me for so long, then so be it. I am going after her, right now, tonight. Turns out she'd just gone to the bar. I walked in. Horror. I had to shut up to this thing. It was so disturbing what she'd done again.
Okay, Dad's ledger has to be in here somewhere. Hopefully it has the combination to the safe.
Ah, yes, that's what we were doing. I've created a clever little map for Lara's birthday expedition. I used the invisible ink Amelia picked up for me in Morocco so many years ago. At the time, I remember being so annoyed by that rather aggressive street vendor, but she just smiled in her sunny way and paid him without a second thought. I assumed it was just a tourist scam, but it actually works. Turns out it requires a very specific kind of vellum, and a heat source to illuminate the ink after it's dried. It should prove a nice challenge for Lara to puzzle out. Okay, that could be cryptic to finding combination or something like that. I always accepted that Richard's rather unorthodox research was just something I had to live with, but this time, the thrill of discovery has taken hold of me. I never imagined I could be drawn in this way. Richard cabled to tell me that he's found the monastery. The symbol we deciphered in the scroll was the key to its location. I don't know if I honestly believe that this will lead to the fabled elixir of life, but I can't help but feel that a great secret awaits us there. My brother was threatening to shut down the expedition, but I managed to talk him down for the time being. Now I am going to meet Richard. I would bring Lara if I could, but she's still too young. She'll be in good hands with Winston, and when we return, her parents might be just a bit more famous. I don't know why Atlas is so determined to be involved. He's annoying. Music.
This music is familiar. It's beautiful.
Is this from Tomb Raider 2? I can't really hear it. It is. Go away. Ah. Fuck you. Get out. No, not in the you're meant to get out where he was. Oh my god. Oh my god, now you're going backwards. Fuck you. I hope he kills you. Nice. From like, Vasili's hideout. Whatever the level was. Yeah, I really like that. These sort of references
It appears Sir Reginald's
to
helmet
past
fell off.
games.
Or didn't I put it back properly?
Because even though this is its own reboot and, you know, fresh tale, there seem to be all these references to the past
I
games.
remember this now. Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol and a number. I always preferred these symbols to the actual number hieroglyphs.
Ah, safe combination clues. I was just thinking that. I imagine somewhere we're going to find those drawn on the wall. Or,
No,
you know,
let me
saying.
let me see. These two myths are referencing the same source material. But where did I see this image?
Dad, I think it's this one, in the chapter on Egyptian districts.
Why, yes, I think you're right, Lara.
I remember the page with the illustration of Ra.
My goodness, you've been paying attention, haven't you? This could be an important breakthrough.
Does this mean I'm your research assistant?
That and more, my darling girl.
Takes me back. Those were good times. The best times.
Alright, this is a new one.
This was always one of my
Yeah.
favorite books in this library. I used to trace hieroglyphs.
Okay. A dinosaur. Pick it up! I've reached the monastery. As Roth predicted, it was hidden deep in the Himalayas. And now that I am standing on these high stone walls, I am overwhelmed by the sheer beauty of the mountains that surround me. It is simply breathtaking. But what adds to their spiritual majesty is the truth of this place. The monks welcomed me, as is their way, but they seemed to expect me. They must have known someone like me would eventually come seeking answers. I know this is the place. I've conducted the ritual before. I have seen the evidence. The distinctive symbols carved into the floors, the art displayed on the inner chamber's walls. They've created the elixir before, and they will again, if I can convince them. I sent Amelia a message straight away. I want her by my side for this discovery.
Dad was looking for an elixir. Was it the elixir of life?
For God's sake, memorize the combination, you old fool. Lara's expedition treasure, my favourite painting by Amelia, the day of our wedding anniversary.
Okay, got to find those objects to figure out the combination to the safe. There's something else here. Dad's lighter. I don't remember him ever using it though. The Croft family crest and initials PC. I wonder if this belonged to my grandfather.
Oh, okay, it's gear. Press and hold
Okay,
square when near fireplaces
should
throughout
be
the
able
manner
to
to
light the
light them.
fireplace now.
I'm not sure why. Swivel? Good.
This is my handiwork. I used to love drawing pictures of tigers.
And then when I grew up, I used to
Spent
love
so many
shooting
hours in here,
tigers.
reading, dreaming of my own adventures.
I wasn't sure if there'd be some sort of reference with that dinosaur there. Some kind of comment. Okay, so fireplace here. May as well. Now, does it do anything though? Doesn't even come up as like... There don't seem to be any challenges. Oh, we've done the murals? Huh. Yeah. Don't seem to be any challenges or any reasons why we would, like them all. Alright, there's a ladder there. We'll climb it first and then we'll see where pushing it could go. Oh. There are boxes in the way. Do I have to be here? Okay.
Took
Fair
quite
enough.
a tumble off of this old thing when I was a girl. Still feel it in the shoulder from time to time.
You still are a girl, Okay, it is full. Oh, that's annoying. Because now... Ah. I wonder if I can. I wonder if I can just... I wanted to jump and try and jump to the... I am Lara, I make my own rules!
Blank, except for the image of a key.
Ah.
I remember this map now. It leads to the master key, but we made it with a special kind of invisible ink. It could only be seen with the heat of a fire.
I have a lighter. And it's probably locked. Yeah. That's fine.
I think I stashed one of Winston's master keys in here when I was a kid.
Okay, you can't roll.
I can see the map. Looks like the key is hidden under a trunk near the bookcase. X marks the spot, as they say.
Somewhere here? Aha! Give me that. It's a trophy. Ha! It
The
is.
master
Ah,
key.
okay.
This should get me
I
into the West Wing.
was expecting a different one. Now, it may have actually popped. Because I noticed that with the story, it finished and it showed just one trophy. Alright, well,
This
here
should
we go.
open most rooms in the manor, including the Forbidden West Wing.
Yeah, it, I finished the game and got the trophy. I think I got it for, like, the difficulty, like, finishing on Survivor. But didn't see it pop. Oh, we do use them on these. Good. Couldn't remember if it was something else.
The Pharaoh's crown from my birthday treasure hunt. How old was I again? 6? 8? I think this hieroglyph corresponds to a number. But which one?
Ah, okay. Ah. See, I don't know if it's the same where...
Okay, Dad's clues mention Mum's paintings and their anniversary. Hopefully I can find some answers in the West Wing.
Oh, back here. I can't remember if... Well, not I can't remember. I don't know whether this is one of those games where once I find all the stuff, Lara will piece it together herself, or whether I will actually have to sift through all the documents in that to find those and actually jot them down. I don't know whether it would be worth jotting them down first. Now, the thing that's annoying is there are a couple boxes around, but I cannot remember where. I was hoping that they would show up on the map. Is there another needle box down here? I don't want to go sifting through everything. We'll just quickly look. I think the icon was for pushing, so... Oops. Yeah, I can't remember. That's why I don't like these things not showing up on the map. Back through that door I just unlocked. Wait. This is the one, yeah. Where the hell am I? Oh, okay. Well, I can't use that fireplace. I don't know whether that was just for, revealing the key, or whether they want us to light all of them.
Mistress Lara.
Oh, nice. Mistress Lara, I took the liberty of preparing a tray, as dinner did not go according to plans. I've included, in addition to your meal, a few treats. I would appreciate if you kept this between us, but I feel tonight called for something special. If you will forgive the indulgence, your rapid exit from the dinner table had me concerned, and I wanted to impart something that I hope sets your mind at ease. I have known your father for quite some time. There is an intensity to his passion that can be frightening, but I recognize that same passion in you. You're more like him than you know. Never doubt that he loves you more than his research, more than his artifacts, more than anything in this world. Storms pass, and tomorrow will be clear and blue again. When you have finished, please leave the tray outside. Be well. Yours, Winston. Oh, thank you, Winston. You are just too kind. Fuck. Where do I go? Alright, so I... Yep, scanned all that. Let's open this. I think this might lead to the main hall. Ah. I don't know where I am. Well, I do, kind of. I don't know what room's what, though. Ah, okay, now we're in the main hall. Okay. Well, that keeps coming up here. Is that box I was thinking of in here? Or... did I ever climb up there? No, I don't think I actually did. I forgot. Aha.
This picture was taken in the library. 1820 additions to the main hall in progress.
Okay, cool. Don't think you can get up there. Oh, maybe. If she can shimmy along bars? No. Nope, okay. Ah. Yeah, I didn't see that one.
One of Winston's notes. He always hid sweets for me to find.
Jaffa Cakes next to William Blake. Yeah, this is what I'm not liking with all these fucking collectibles, like... it's easy to actually overlook one. Ah, goddamn, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? That's where I came from. No, I want to go... I think upstairs was one of those boxes. Not this way. Somewhere, I'm sure there was a second... ah, here we go. Cool. Ah, my god, Lara.
The Croft family crest.
Alright. There's a tree inside. How did you not notice this? I guess if you never go outside, or like around the back of your mansion or whatever, your manor. Okay. With Amelia gone, the manor is a different place. A dimness pervades, a quiet I can't stand. Even though Lara is too young to understand what has happened, she also senses the change. She's asked after her mother only once, and I'm afraid my reaction must have terrified her. I will need Winston more than ever these next few months to help look after her. I never quite realized how much grief can consume a man, but I am utterly consumed. I know I can't escape the pain, but I will try my damnedest to avoid it. I will seal the West Wing, for as long as I live in this place. It will remain exactly as Amelia left it. Perhaps someday Lara can find her own answers there. Then a tree broke in and ruined everything. It's not a door. Nope. Right, so a couple clues in here.
After everything Atlas has
I think
done...
this was Dad's pocket
Whoops.
watch. Looks like it stopped precisely at midnight.
Unless it stopped and he just twisted it around to that time.
How could you tell him about the expedition?
It's just all been too much. I needed to talk to someone. He's still my brother.
I don't trust him.
You don't have to, Richard, but please, trust me.
I'm sorry, my dear, but I know him. He'll take it to the papers. The investors will pull out.
Then go. Without me, tonight. I will take care of Atlas, and then meet you in Tibet next week.
I was so young, but I still remember that terrible argument. It wasn't always an easy road for my parents. This is Dad. I suppose it's a family tradition, but I can't imagine having one of these made of me.
Right, there's something. I believe it took this trip to push me over the edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element, seen him at his best and his worst. I've experienced the purity and chaos of his passion, and I came to realize I want his passion in my life, every day. So, it's done. Richard wanted to wait another 4 days till my birthday, but I won't have it. Once I make a decision, I prefer to get on with it. We found a small chapel in Luxor that was just right, and with Roth and the others at our side, we married as the sun set over this remarkable land. Mother will never forgive me. Atlas will forever resent me, but I don't care anymore. I'm free of the Mornay obligations, free to pursue my own passions and live my life surrounded by those who will encourage and challenge me. I'm excited for the future, whatever it may bring. Tomorrow Richard and I return home to London as the Crofts, forging our path together. 4 days. For your birthday, okay. Amelia would not have approved. That alone should have been the end of it. But I am as God made me, a stubborn fool. I locked all the West Wing's doors, and I shall not open them again until either my life or my obstinacy comes to an end. The night before, Roth told me I would someday change my mind. Like a broken arm cast in plaster, he said, the wound would heal, and we would someday shed the bandages to be whole again. The metaphor made me furious. The clumsy way he'd cast our loss off as nothing more than an inconvenience. There is wisdom in his rough words, but I've done what I must. Perhaps someday Lara will throw back the doors to let the sun shine in again. Maybe she will find her own sense of peace in this place.
At least that old thing still works.
What on? Ah, a clock. I am bursting with pride. Amelia is with child. It is amazing how everything in life can change with such a simple event. Obviously, we don't know the gender, but already we've discussed possible names. Perhaps Benjamin, after my grandfather, or maybe Griffin. He was more infamous at Croft than even me. No, Amelia won't have it. Besides, she's certain it's a girl. She favours the classics such as Scarlet or Kate, though I've made some headway with Lara, a subtle nod to the sun god Ra, and our days in Egypt where certainly this child was conceived. I find myself thinking about this new life we've created, how much she might be like us. For all my research into myths of immortality, I may have ignored the most obvious answer to the questions that plague me. We live on through our progeny, our genes, DNA, experiences, passed through the generations. Perhaps this is the simple truth of eternal life, and I've just been too stubborn to accept it.
Dad may have discovered the secret to immortality without even knowing it. Mum's wedding ring. I always wondered what happened to it.
Have a date.
The inscription is faded.
Damn it. God damn it. Close, but no cigar.
My mother's perfume. The smell. So familiar. I can almost remember her. Mum, on her wedding day, she looks so beautiful.
Put the date, god damn it. October.
There's a date. October something. Damn, the number is faded.
Well, we got half of it.
Their anniversary was in October. But which day? I can't believe I don't know this.
There's
got to be
31
another
options.
clue
I'm not going
somewhere.
through all of them.
I remember this. Dad gave it to Mum on her birthday.
Haha.
October 13th, Mum's birthday.
Cool. And they got married
Pretty sure my
4
parents
days
were married
before
in
it.
October. I think it was close to her birthday.
Yeah, so it should be the 9th of the 10th or the 10th of the 9th. Well, they're in London, aren't they? So it should be the 9th of the 10th. It's the most logical one. Okay. Problem is it keeps coming up with this thing, but I don't know. How am I doing? Yeah. Does it say the room title? Ah, okay. Maybe if I look at the current objective.
Okay, Lara, keep it together. You're starting to see things. Mum's atelier. Dad sealed it soon after she died. He probably couldn't bear the idea of removing any of her belongings.
Just imagine everything
Untouched
going
for
to
years,
waste.
exactly as she left it.
Like all your paintings and shit just rot and
I
sucky.
stood up
To my family's criticism, stood in defence of Richard and our love, but as my new life began in Croft Manor, doubt set in. How could love flourish in these cavernous halls and endless passageways? Had I made a terrible mistake? I have never been more delighted to be wrong. Richard welcomed me to the manor, my new home, with a game. It was a clue, written in jumbled words from 5 different languages, but it pointed the way forward. The next clue was a seemingly blank piece of parchment in the kitchen, where the heat of a candle revealed a message written in lemon juice. I followed each step, grinning like a child as I solved his riddles and chased the trails to its end. Trail. The white cloth stretched on the lawn where a picnic was laid out. We laughed and ate. My doubt vanished with the last of the morning mist. Love can and will endure. It's a good thing she didn't look out the window at any point and just see the like picnic and decide to check it out. Mum's piano.
You've almost got it, darling. Here, let me show you. Like this, see? Well done, Lara. Well done.
I wonder how my life would have been different had she lived.
Alright, nothing else.
Mum with me as a baby. I've never seen this. Hard to believe I was ever that small.
Note under the desk. Couple notes, but just can't reach them.
Mum's paintings. Which one was Dad's favorite?
Okay, there's a picture of him, and then a picture of like random shit. Those are arrows pointing to things. I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my paintings. I suppose I should say I returned to my family's home. Atlas was there in one of his foul moods, and even as he dripped venom for Richard with his cruel barbs, I could only laugh. To think that I once listened to my bitter brother in matters of my own happiness. My dismissal only served to infuriate him more. I left him there in Father's study, muttering to himself. On the drive back, as Winston took a longer route through the country, I looked through my paintings, Richard's favourite one among them, a simple abstract with blocks of red. I smiled thinking about giving it to him. I was happy and I was going home.
Okay, back to the study to open that safe.
What? But... there are 4 red blocks, is that the clue? And there are 3... I'm very confused. And let's go over here.
I don't have any memory of this. I wish I could remember doing this. Mum died too young.
Okay. Go up the ladder if you can, Lara. For some reason I've got to jump into it. Aha.
This was for a show in London of Mum's work. What I wouldn't give to see this today. It says here, Amelia Croft plans to show her work in New York. I wonder what happened with that.
Another journal. Lara arrived tonight, though not without a bit of drama. But all is well. She's a healthy, beautiful baby. I've never seen him so happy. I'm sure he'll be celebrating with his favourite whiskey tonight. It's calm and peaceful now, just the gentle sound of the rain, and the small sleeping breaths of this new life I hold in my arms. Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, Angel of Darkness. My darling daughter, it's hard to put into words this feeling I have. We share a connection, something I never expected. A love so powerful and pure, someday you'll feel it too. No matter where you go, or where you find your place in this world, we will always have this connection. Right, well, we've gone over the hour mark.
I'm glad I still have so much of Mum's work.
Let us quickly try to save. It could be the wrong way. 10. It could be 19. 4. Whoa. 9104. There's a few options because I can't remember what the exact order is. Unless Lara just goes and does it.
Dad, what do you keep in there?
Nothing too important, Lara. Estate business and such.
If it's not important, then why bother putting it in a safe?
I should know better than to try and pull one over on you. There is something important in here.
My
And it's for
pornography.
you, should you need it someday.
Well, let's hope you came through for me, Dad. Okay, found all the clues.
Ah.
Let's see if I can figure this out.
So let's try 4, 9. Oh.
No, that's not it.
I thought it was a 4-digit number.
No, that didn't work. The answer has to be in the clues. No.
Weird. Okay.
That's not it. No, that didn't...
Review your documents and relics.
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my
Yeah,
paintings.
blocks of reed.
I suppose I should say
For God's sake, memorize the combination.
Hang on, I don't want to... Yeah, here we go. My favourite painting by Amelia, which was the painting with blocks of red, the day of our wedding anniversary, which I'm sure is the 9th of the 10th.
For God's sake.
I believe it
Yeah,
took this
4
trip to
days
push me
until my
over the
birthday.
edge. I've been able to see Richard in his element. See,
Yeah, Richard wanted to wait another 4 days. And her birthday was the 13th. So that would be the 9th. Yeah. And I mean, there are 4 red blocks. That's all I can make out. Yeah,
For God's
her expedition treasure. But, okay, it's just the day of our wedding anniversary, not necessarily the date. So that would just be the number 9. 9, a 4, and Lara's expedition treasure.
I returned home this afternoon to collect the last of my...
That's the block of red. That's the birth date. So, we've got... If it's in this order... wait, if it's in the clues order... It's something 4, 9. I'm surprised that the hieroglyphics don't show up. Or it's just a faster way of jumping through these. Oh, I see, I haven't found it. Okay, I thought it would be under Lara's thing, that list she made. No. No, alright. Goddamn, I didn't want this kind of shit. It won't be under Atlas. Shouldn't be under Amelia either. Yeah, Storm's Pass. Lock them in the freezer. Ah, could be this.
Everything
No. Yeah, god damn it. Ah, unless it's a relic? I mean, okay, here we go, under relics. Yeah. Fuck, I thought it was weird that it wasn't under here.
Each district in ancient Egypt had a symbol.
So I think
and
it's
a
2.
number. The pharaoh's crown from my birthday
Oh no, it's 2
treasure hunt.
dudes.
I remember this now.
Number 5?
Each district. The answer has to be in the clues.
Okay. So 5, 4, 9. There we go. Fucking not what I was expecting.
It makes me happy to know that Dad kept it safe.
Okay, imprint of Lara's hand.
No, that's not what I'm looking for.
I am numb. Is it taking... Oh, it is taking all my willpower to hold back the overwhelming grief. Amelia's plane crashed in the mountains. She died alone in the snow, waiting for me to find her. Oh God, not her. Not now. I cannot accept it. Life without her is too painful to imagine. I know what must be done, and I am resolved. I am going to bring her back. Perhaps this is why I am here. Perhaps this is fate. The test of my faith in the truth I've sought for so long. Roth will fight me on this, but I can't face Lara. Can't look into her eyes unless I try. I must try to bring Amelia back. The monks are preparing the elixir now. And then we will see if all my years of hunting this truth was for naught.
Dad, what did you do?
Zombie mum. Kind of like an underworld.
Dad's sequel to his first book on immortality. He never got a chance to publish it. Handwritten. This is the only copy. Damn.
Yeah, how many
this
fucking
isn't it
fiends are in
either.
here?
I was certain there had to be a will in here. Wait, what's that?
Just shut up, we can pick it up, Lara.
A blank page.
Invisible ink.
Dad must have left this for me. It has to be important.
Shit. I was hoping this would be the end of it. Do I need to find a fireplace? Where's the quickest way to a fireplace? Down here. No, I'm dead.
A hidden message.
That's the wine cellar, so it's just between the things. The Snoopy Doop. The wine thingy-jigs. Quickly, we've gone far over time, but I mushed. The solved mystery. Somewhere here. Maybe I have to be on the other side, or it's here somewhere. Oh, it's not here. Ah. What I think it was 549. What?
Nope, that's wrong. The answer has to be on the page with the invisible ink.
Ah, okay, thank you. I thought here. Shouldn't be a relic. Ah. Final puzzle? Bank leader revealed.
A hidden message.
Oh.
What are these strange marks?
I didn't
They
see
have
it.
to be some kind of clue.
Say that there was more. So there's a bird with an arrow. With lines next to it. A like weird cat face. And a squiggly line thing.
I remember this now. Each district
So the
in
bird's
ancient Egypt
2.
had a symbol and
So
a
something,
number.
something
I
2.
always preferred these symbols
And then there
to
was
the
a
actual number
squiggly
hieroglyphs.
line which is 4. And then there was what I call a cat face which is 1. 1, 4, 2. I'm doing it! Oh, there's something over there. Alright, quickly.
Damn, locked in.
Oh.
Did this open the secret door from the inside? Hope I'm not trapped in here.
Come on, Lara, the clock's ticking.
Did Dad build all of this just to keep his research safe?
It's over. I've done all that I could. My Amelia is still cold and dead. Roth first scrolled at my designs, and then he pleaded with me not to go through with the ritual. Not because he feared it might work, but because he feared what I might do when it failed. And it has failed. There is no doubt in that. I prepared everything according to my research. When I dropped the stone into the elixir and held it to her lips, I thought, for the barest moment, that it had worked. The hour was midnight, and my pocket watch stopped inexplicably. There was a charge in the air, like the moment before a lightning strike. For a heartbeat, I imagined that my life was being drawn from me as one empties a glass, in order to be poured back into Amelia. I would have welcomed death if the last thing I saw were her eyes, clear and alive again. But the moment passed. Amelia is still dead, and I was no Orpheus. We will return to the manor and lay her to rest. I owe her that much.
You brought her home. She's here, somewhere. This was part of a set of statues Dad found in China. He thought it was linked to the Temple of Xian. Perhaps I should look into it someday.
Ah, that's a nice reference to Tomb Raider 2. Lego. Richard, I tried to see you in person last week, but your manservant hustled me away like some common tout peddling silverware. He told me you are heartbroken, and you are not yet ready to see visitors. He tells me you blame yourself for her loss. Well, today I say you had damn well better. I hope it hurts. I hope every moment of your life from this day forward is a ringing echo of loss. I hope you live just long enough to feel that pain grow when you hoped it would diminish, because you earned it. You stole Amelia from us. You ruined her reputation and poisoned her mind with a fantasy for children. In the end, you might as well have choked the life from her with your own hands. Do not contact me again, ever, but you must make arrangements for the future of your daughter. Have you considered perhaps it would be better if you followed Amelia sooner rather than later? As Lara's legal guardian, perhaps I could erase some of the damage you've already done to the poor girl. If not, I will do everything in my power to see to it that the Croft name is forgotten. Lara deserves better than you. So did Amelia, and so do we all. Atlas.
Dad's collected knowledge. There must be so many secrets hidden in here.
Let's just put it away. What's this?
There's an inscription. This is the Croft universe. Our knowledge is to the east. Our respite to the west. Our future is to the south. Our past is to the north. Our past to the north. Could there be something else beneath the manor?
It could be. My love, it is silent, so peacefully silent now. Even after the madness and chaos of the crash, I can't help but still wonder at the beauty of these mountains. I understand the magic that drew you here. Please know that. I feel no pain in this moment, only immense sadness. Sadness that I couldn't see your smiling face once more, that I'll never meet the wonderful woman that our daughter will become. There is so much to say, but I'm tired. The sun is setting. The cold of night will overwhelm me. I know I will fall asleep soon, and likely never again awaken in this world. I'm scared, Richard. What lies beyond? You know I've always struggled with faith, so I'm holding on to yours for now. I'm holding on as best I can, my love, because the father Lara deserves. Become the father Lara deserves. Know that I will live on in her.
Mum faced death alone. She was so brave.
Missing page?
The missing page from the renovation plans. They didn't want anyone outside the family knowing about this crypt.
And a fridge with beer. The renovations are proceeding in secret. The work crew Roth hired for the job have been paid handsomely to keep the details of the job out of the records, so I'm fairly confident no word will get out about what I'm doing. I've been careless with presenting my findings, attracting all the wrong sorts of attention. Roth thinks I'm being paranoid by building a secret vault, but I know I'm being watched. My work is too important, and potentially too dangerous. It can't fall into the wrong hands. I need a secure place to keep it all safe. Oh, it's the lights turning on and off automatically.
Dad's Tibetan scroll. I remember he used to pore over this late into the night. Might be able to use this to
crowbar.
access other parts of the manor.
Alright, now I might need crowbar to do this. Oh my god, is there more? I might have to just leave it there. Yeah, I kept thinking, oh, well, we'll open the safe and then that will be like it. And then it's like, oh, okay, well maybe it's in here, but we've gone way over time. We'll conclude it next time. I knew we wouldn't get all done in one go, but I thought maybe if we get the storyline done, and then we can come back, collect the missing things, and then carry on with Lara's nightmare. So next episode, we'll do all that. Until then, thank you very much for watching, and take it easy.